You're on a third date. He's warm, attentive. You genuinely like him. But somewhere between the appetizer and the main course, you start monitoring. Did he mean that the way it sounded? Why did he go quiet for a second? Is this going anywhere? You keep your face soft, your laugh easy, your body language open. You are performing calm, and he can feel it. He doesn't know what he's feeling. He just knows something shifted. 2 weeks later, he starts pulling back. You replay the date, trying to figure out what you did wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. Your nervous system broadcast a signal, and his nervous system read it. Before either of you had a conscious thought about it. This is the science your love life has been waiting for you to understand. That scenario isn't about bad luck, or wrong timing, or choosing the wrong man. It's about what your body was doing underneath the performance, and the fact that his nervous system was reading it in real time before either of you knew what was happening. This is what no one tells women about attraction. It isn't primarily happening in the mind, it's happening in the body, at a speed far faster than conscious thought. By the end of this video, you'll understand the 3 nervous system states determining the signal you're sending, the science of how that signal is read before a single word is spoken, and what the ancient laws of nature encoded thousands of years ago that modern neuroscience is only now proving. In the 1990s, neuroscientist Stephen Porges published what became one of the most important frameworks in modern psychology, Polyvagal Theory. It describes 3 distinct states of the nervous system, each one producing a completely different experience of the world and a completely different signal to the people around you. The first is what Porges calls the ventral vagal system, the social engagement system. This is the state of safety, openness, genuine warmth, real presence. In this state, your face is expressive, your voice carries natural warmth, your body is open, your eyes soften. This is the woman from the first video on this channel, the one whose presence makes people exhale without knowing why. She isn't doing anything special, she is regulated. The second state is the sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight. This is the state of activation, scanning, hypervigilance, control. The body is perpetually asking, what's the threat? What needs to be handled? What do I need to manage? This is the state of overfunctioning, of emotional monitoring, of checking the phone one more time. The body looks composed on the surface, but underneath, it is running, and people feel it, even when they can't name it. The third state is the dorsal vagal, freeze and shutdown. This is the state of disconnection, withdrawal, numbness, walls up. The woman who's been hurt enough times that she closed something down inside herself. She wants connection, but her body is braced against it. She reads as unavailable, even when she deeply isn't. Most high-functioning women are oscillating between sympathetic and dorsal, and wondering why love never quite lands the way they want it to. Here's how your nervous system state actually communicates itself to others. Porges identified a process he called neuroception, the nervous system's continuous unconscious scanning for safety or threat. This happens at a speed far faster than conscious thought. Before you formed a single word about the person in front of you, your nervous system has already assessed their state, and they have assessed yours. Through micro-expressions, vocal tone, the pace of your breathing, the subtle tension in your face, the quality of your stillness or your movement. This is not something you can fake. Performed composure is not the same as actual regulation, and neuroception knows the difference. A woman in sympathetic activation who is performing calm is still broadcasting activation, because the signal isn't in the performance, it's in the state beneath it. The second mechanism is co-regulation, one of the most significant findings in modern neuroscience. Nervous systems don't operate in isolation. They regulate each other. A genuinely calm, regulated woman literally settles the nervous systems of the people around her. A hyper-vigilant woman, even a composed, high-functioning one, elevates them. This is the biology behind what we call presence. And this is why a man's nervous system responds to a regulated woman the way a compass responds to magnetic north. It orients toward her without a conscious choice being made. Now here's where the science meets something older. Researchers measuring heart rate variability, HRV, have found a quantifiable marker of nervous system regulation. High HRV means the nervous system is flexible, responsive, and in ventral vagal. Low HRV means it's rigid, reactive, and in sympathetic overdrive. HRV is a measurable frequency. The wisdom traditions call this energetic vibration. Modern science is measuring what ancient teachers encoded thousands of years ago. One more mechanism worth naming. Trauma researcher Pete Walker identified a fourth stress response alongside fight, flight, and freeze. He called it fawning, overgiving, overagreeing, suppressing your own needs to manage someone else's reaction. It looks like warmth. It looks like love. But the nervous system beneath it is in sympathetic activation. Anxious energy wearing the costume of generosity. A neuroception in the man she's with reads the anxiety, not the generosity. 3 of the ancient Hermetic principles, encoded in wisdom traditions long before modern science had the language, describe exactly what polyvagal theory is now proving. The law of vibration states that nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates, every physical thing, including your body, your nervous system, your emotional state, exists at a frequency. Your nervous system's state is your vibration. Ventral vagal is a coherent, regulated signal. Chronic sympathetic activation is a discordant, dysregulated one. Your heart rate variable makes this measurable. The Hermetics made it philosophical. The truth underneath is the same. The law of correspondence states, as within, so without. Your internal state corresponds to your external reality. A woman in chronic sympathetic activation internally creates anxious, controlling dynamics externally. A woman in ventral vagal internally creates safety and spaciousness externally. The relationship is always a mirror of the nervous system, and the law of cause and effect. Every cause has its effect. Your nervous system's state is the cause. Your relationship experiences are the effect, not your words, not your strategy, not what you offer or how hard you try, your state. The ancient teachers and the modern scientists arrived at the same place from different directions. The signal starts within. You cannot perform your way into a regulated nervous system. The woman whose presence settles people is not following a rule. She is not running a strategy. She is regulated. And that regulation came from somewhere real, from safety, from genuine self-possession, from a relationship with herself that doesn't require constant external input to feel stable. This is why the work is always internal first. Self-concept shapes your nervous system state. Your nervous system state determines the signal you broadcast. The signal you broadcast shapes what you attract. Everything in this channel points to the same place. Not what to do, but who to become. The most magnetic thing a woman can cultivate is not a skill, it is a state. And that state is available to you. Not through performance, not through strategy, but through understanding why you left it in the first place. That is what the law of her channel is about. If that resonates, subscribe and come along. Every video goes one layer deeper.